Alright, so the God Gamer embarks on a new journey. What better Christmas game than an actual Lovecraft story, or at least something that was inspired by Lovecraft's story. Call of Cthulhu. A game that didn't get as much attention as it deserved, I want to believe. So let's see, let's find out. Alright, so you play as a detective. Interesting. Enter madness. Right, that was it started right away. Now, how does one trigger that? Alright. It was that button. So that one is locked, huh? Bolt cutter, that feels good. Oh. I was not quick enough to catch what that was. Let's head back to the door.
What a putrid offering. Don't fight. You have been chosen. Behold. Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey.
Whiskey. This will affect your destiny.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Alright, here we go, man. Find hidden objects, huh? Understanding other people. Occultism. I don't know how to say that properly, but this seems like something that would be useful in a Lovecraft game, right? Investigating talent seems reasonable. Strength, being charming, medicine, medical knowledge. What should I choose here? I am already kinda strong, so I don't think I wanna force that one. I like the idea of having 1 point in, maybe 2 points even, in knowledge of occultism. I like the idea of being charming, so let's add some points there. And I am a detective, so can't decide whether to max out investigation here or go with human behavior. Find hidden objects. You know what? Let's do that. Like this. This makes sense for a game. A Lovecraft game. Yes, I do.
This information, Mr. Pierce, our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Alright. Actual cutscenes.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
I feel like the dialogue here was not the best writing I have seen. He just randomly starts chanting about his dead daughter. But, you know, whatever, let's be positive. But that was some weird dialogue in my opinion. He just starts with commenting on that he was advised to go here. Comments on that you are an alcoholist or whatever. Then he randomly chants about his daughter in an... Yeah, it was not natural. It didn't feel well written, but whatever.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
Alright, so let's just... The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay. But I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my head dreams. But they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? So this guy is clearly mad. A strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case. Yeah, the woman that died in the fire. His daughter, right? We're supposed to examine the files on the desk as
A
well.
warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
Alright, so some suggest some that the police did not domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? Right. Not
So,
much to go here.
Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
So I see no reason to question, like to choose this option. Something's not right with this story. It would seem reasonable to question her mental stability. I don't see this warehouse 36.
Darkwater.
Let's ask where she lived.
Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Let's ask about her mental
You must tell me
state.
if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
So I don't want to be negative. It feels rude to say you're asking the wrong guy. We need a case, and this guy, I don't feel like turning him down. And I don't feel like this option. Something's not right with the story. I don't feel that. So let's go with the warehouse.
sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
You know,
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
I feel like this is presented in a way that not makes it very believable. It's like it's forced. The dialogue is not the dialogue is not premium. I'm going to go with that's all the information I need.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater. I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
I assume the painting was sent after her death. I don't think they stated it, but I assume so. Let's look around a bit here.
I should get rid of all this stuff. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
I'm a man of great knowledge
Darkwater is
myself.
off the coast of Boston, but I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century, but it seems to have been shunned since then.
Alright.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat, a good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Alright, so you can... I assume... I don't know what that was all about.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Okay, so you can go around and watch some old cases, huh? The Learning of Medicine, Volume 1. Yikes. I can open this drawer, but there's nothing I can pick up.
The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Alright.
I used to be an avid reader.
Okay. I think we've... let's try to take some more whiskey and then leave, I guess. Can we do that? Yes. And real alpha male stays hydrated. Smiley face. It didn't say that this will affect the story, at least. Good times. Then let's try to take a third one. That was the last one. As an alcoholic, I know that you don't get drunk that easily, so that's a bit gamey. But that's cool with me. Let's walk out this fucking door, head for Darkwater. And there's nothing I missed, right? Nah. Right, so we're heading to that island, Darkwater. I like the graphics, even though I complained about the dialogue. I still feel positive about this game. It has good atmosphere. I liked the room. It was made in a comfy way.
almost there.
Call of Cthulhu. I have read some of Lovecraft's work. I do approve of his work, I guess.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Alright.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you.
Yes, I am an
As for me,
alcoholic.
you'll
Let's
find
go.
me at the harbor master's office.
That's
It's the Hawkins family that brings you here. I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
So that's a good thing with alcohol. Even if you go to run-down places like this, they still have alcohol. Speaking of alcohol, I'm gonna grab some wine. And alright. Well, let's have a look around here. Pretty good art style if you ask me. The water doesn't look or maybe it does look good. Yeah, it looks good enough. You can't jump down, but that makes sense. I was mostly just, I felt like the waves are moving too slow if you look at them. But that's not a big thing, whatever.
Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster?
So that's a whale, huh?
Can't do that.
Or it's not a whale.
Only a fish.
A fish? You've got no idea.
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
Huh.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
Okay. Well, we can't traverse any further that path, so let's head up here before we head to the bar. So I'm gonna go with the alcohol path. I already decided that. But something killed that whale. Wonder what killed that whale, huh? City of Darkwater. Harbor Master. You must be smart when playing games. I have studied at university, so it's no problem. Yeah. I think this was a dude that told me to... You know, we're actually not gonna do the main objective first. It makes no sense. I wanna do the secondary objectives. Go to the bar. Talk to Bradley. Let's do that. I think these dudes are blocking my path, right?
I'll shut up your big mouth once and for all.
Optimistic. There's nothing for you here either. Beat
Are
it.
you stupid or what? Even your captain told you not to stick your noses round here again.
This isn't your home, you bunch of sand crabs. We go where we want. Hey, you'll get us into trouble.
You're already in trouble.
Can't we sort this nothing out? For you here either. Beat it.
Alright. I get it. Then the only place from to to investigate is actually the bar, so let's go there.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Yes. Cutscene.
Hey, be careful.
That's not very nice, but how do you know?
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Did I skill that? I think I didn't skill charisma, and strength was pretty high, but I'm gonna try it.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess.
Uh-oh.
You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure arises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Alright.
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Well, so
But steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth.
extinct today, so smiley face.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So
I
they
like
made you feel
his
uncomfortable.
arms. They're very
You need
manly.
to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it?
Man, that was not my intention.
Torture.
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings.
So
Never understood
the reason I clicked on it was just that it was
I
not
don't wanna
marked as I
speak ill
clicked on
of
it
the dead.
before, so I don't know why. But clearly I choose this option before.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
So I go here, okay.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36.
Oops, sorry.
Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Alright. Let's actually try order
Captain
drink.
Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
Let me just say how fucking gay that is. I actually, I think I even skilled
That'll
some
be all for now.
in charisma. Even so, I was declined, huh?
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
So this guy was not Bradley, right?
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's true. It's a reminder of the time when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Ah. Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's framed right behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
Let's
I bid
see.
you farewell, gentlemen.
Let's see if we
Good
can
night,
read that newspaper.
stranger.
So long.
The newspaper behind me, huh?
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
Alright. The Scylla returns to port to save Darkwater from famine. That's not a word. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessels had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable tooth whales, the Cthulhu that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of their perilous catch, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful nutritious benefits. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Alright. So, I tried to actually read some of the text when playing this game. Not like Outlast. So basically, everything I read about whale meat is that it's like red meat in general. That's I've never eaten it, but that's what I've been told.
And the doctor, what did he say? My God.
When did I? When did I bring up the lighter and how did I fucking do it? Let's check how the fuck did I do that, huh? Middle mouse button, huh? Yikes.
You again.
Nice. Oh shit.
That'll be all for now.
Let's talk. Before we go on main objective, I think we've done most things here, so let's go and talk to the strange woman in the corner. She looks a bit too flashy to be from here.
What you looking at, stranger?
You.
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm wondering what could be going through the head of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
It's like I should have skilled more charisma. I put it on knowing things about occult things or stuff like that. And I'm getting declined by everyone in the bar. Was not able to play the alcohol path. Was not able to talk to the hot chick. This what it is. Gonna grab some candy and then we go look for Bradley. Let's go for Bradley. But where is Bradley?
Back in the water, you shysters, you're crazy.
They're cops.
The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
So this is Bradley, huh? You're totally out of your depth. That's like the dialogue is so bad. Why would I say that? He's trying to calm the fucking peasants, and I would never say that to him. These sailors get upset over nothing is also random.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They
Well,
can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots.
I guess we're heading to the main office, the main harbor master office. I wonder if this would have turned out differently if I skilled more in charisma.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years.
Pretty impressive.
A Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Alright, medical. Good. So you're supposed to pick up these books, huh? And you will advance your skill in the different areas, huh? One thing I like about this game so far is the environment is very well done. The dialogue, not so much in my opinion. Overall, it's still good.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins. What a macabre souvenir. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman, Cat.
Alright, so the terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat. Huh. Maybe they are smugglers. Right.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
So someone has hidden Porter's information, huh? That's a bit fishy.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I don't know. It's not my signature next to that of Charles Hawkins.
I'm at sea for more than half the year. Anyone could have done it during my absence. What seems really important to me is that the dates on these manifests indicate that Charles probably had other contracts.
But not with you, though. I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Opposite the Yeti, well, basically.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I found a threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Already done that.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least. Killer whales don't have many known predators.
That's true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
You're talking about mythology.
Indeed, you're right.
No more options, huh? Killer whale, huh? In Swedish it's called something else. Let me just say that, but now I know it's called killer whale.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Sure will, buddy. I gained one character point, huh? Right. Strength at 40 and charisma at 40. 40. What? Valid. Yes, I do. Alright, they're clearing up. I can enter. Alright, let's go to the warehouse, huh? I'm just grabbing a candy, please, smiley face. I wonder if they have a real town. I hope so. Let's see if we can talk to this dude.
You saw what happened with those sailors. Don't hang around here unless you want trouble with the bootleggers.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman.
I'm not
She's
scared
not
of
interested
women.
in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. If you want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good. Thank you. I shall take my leave.
All right. What?
This ratchet device seems to be usable. A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil. It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
A way in? What the fuck are you talking about, man? Puzzles. The only weakness of a god gamer like myself is puzzles. They sometimes get me, I guess. But it seems we're supposed to lift this thing, huh? To actually be ready to go for a swim. I thought the private detective is beneath swimming. But already puzzle we find...
I could use this old winch to lift the grating.
Yes. Mount the device, yes. And now, can we use it? Or am I supposed to find another thing down there? Because... the lever. Right.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Mount the handle, sure. And even so, I'm not able to use it. I thought this was it actually, that nothing else was gonna be needed. The way I understand how this works. With a lever I should be able to lift it, you know. Right, we found it.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Yes! Yes! Unbelievable smart. Turn the handle.
Looks like everything is in its place. All I have to do is turn this handle.
I thought it was water down there, but okay. Right.
Smoke. It's coming from this oil. I hope it's not toxic.
Yikes, didn't skill enough medicine, so you can't tell whether it's toxic. So this one leads down to the water, huh? Let's not go down there just yet. Let's check around before. Oh, actually, this was a dead end, huh? Never lucky. Alright. That was actually pretty fucking cool. That was actually pretty cool.
This is primitive.
I skilled this in the beginning. If I can't read this, what the fuck is that all the information I get? Even I could figure out that this was primitive. There.
Ugh, this place stinks. What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Let's jump. Reconstruction scene? Question mark.
Someone treasures this crumpled picture to the point of sleeping with it.
Maybe someone became a fish monster. That's how it was in the books, at least. As they age, they become more and more like fish. Fish people. Lots of things to investigate here. Let's start from this place. So this guy was sleeping here with that picture, okay? Let's look at the painting.
Whoever hid it here seems to worship Sarah Hawkins. What just happened? Did I imagine? It smells as bad as it looks. These painkillers were prescribed 3 months ago. Someone has been taking them since the time of the Hawkins death.
Let's try leave that scene then. Leave reconstruction thing. Oh, that was not my intention. I wanted to check this one before. No, I can't go back, huh? Man, that was... Oh, I was expecting something else. Well, I guess I just have to decide for myself what this is. Lots of blood, huh? And bandages, I guess. And a smashed mirror.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! Detective Pierce. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
I didn't skill psychologically, so let's not go with that one.
Wound up? You mean messed up?
Dog. We don't take no lessons from the likes of you. We do our job carefully and fairly. No stone was left unturned.
Really? Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
Let me guess. It was in the Hawkins mansion.
Precisely. You can still see the burn marks. There's no doubt about it. I must admit that you seem fairly competent. But I can't allow you to stay here.
I've seen enough. It's the Hawkins mansion that interests me now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail. I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. And, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again.
The pesky woman from the bar.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
So we managed to convince the police officer. And tremendous. They don't look so well, these dudes in this game. One has a fucked up mouth and the other one has some fucked up scar on his eye.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Why can't I ask this one?
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Ha! You've already begun to nose around, it would seem. So, since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money. I wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good the mistake. Anything else?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Alright, let's do it.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Huh.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very touched. Poor kid. Poor kid.
Is he gonna let me go alone, I guess? So it seems. I could have refused him at the gate, but I wonder why he chooses to stay here now. Perhaps you're just supposed to enter alone, I guess. In Dark Souls they also built houses like this. This makes no sense. This design, the way the thing is built.
I'll have to find another entrance. This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here.
I already told you.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
The sooner I carry out my investigation, the sooner I wrap up the case and return to Boston. After which, you'll never hear of me again.
Huh. I like the sound of that, but I have a better idea. You leave right now, and you never come back.
Silas! Pierce! In God's name, what are you doing?
Officer Bradley, this hood was trying to break into the mansion.
Do something, Bradley, or this story will have a nasty ending.
I vouch for him, Silas. He's working with us. We have reason to believe that someone entered the mansion and stole some paintings.
Impossible. I would have seen it.
Better safe than sorry. Now let us in. I promise to keep an eye on this one.
Okay then. I'll leave the key with you. You could have told me that earlier, Sonny.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
I don't know. How about the dialogues?
Stop bothering me.
You know what? I think this is it for today. I'm gonna take...
Stop bothering me.
I'm gonna continue tomorrow, I guess.